the video that I shoot in the morning, I think we use the idea of MVP, most viable product, that most startup company are using to build their product, to release their product to test in the market as fast as possible in order to get the feedback data from the customer as much as possible and as fast as possible, and then use that feedback data to improve their product again and again. It's called recursive loop. This is, I consider, is one of the most outstanding and the most important advantage of the startup way, or the startup idea, or the startup concept that has over the big company and can compete with the big company or even to win the bigger company. At the individual level, for ourselves, I think it is the same because we are in the new world context that keep changing very fast at the exponential curve or rate. And so that means most company, most people, most individual need to learn and adapt themselves very fast. If we cannot learn and adapt fast enough or better enough, we will be left behind and create a lot of misalignment, and small issue become big issue, and small problem become big problem accumulate over time. So learning and adapting is not something luxury, but it is something that really basic and really fundamental for most company and for most individual, for most people, especially now, this time. And the way that startup company is using viable, minimum viable product, MVP, idea or concept or way or method or strategy is very interesting. And more than that, the good news is we can adapt or adopt that concept, that idea, to apply to our individual people life or work, or to build our craft at will. Because I think in the current context, many companies are not certain, are not secure. Most of the jobs are not certain and are not secure. And I think almost everyone can witness this happening in front of our own eyes right now. And almost no doubt about that. This is very true. That is really happening now. So the solution to that issue or to that problem. Fast learning and fast adapting, better learning and better adapting to change is the key or the heart to survive and to survive better. And in this morning, in the first video I talk about, most people know what to do, but we can't do it because of we have two level mechanism. The first level, that is unconscious automatic mechanism that take over ourselves, especially when we get not enough sleep, when we too tired, when we very stressful. But the solution or the way out of that is to practice to access level 2 by practice to be more conscious, more focused, and then we can choose to take the minimum necessary action and don't be overthinking. And when we take the very small necessary action, we will get the result, we will get the feedback data, and we can use that to improve ourselves again and again. And this way, this concept of the startup company, we can adapt beautifully into our individual life. And consider that actually each individual pretty much like is a small startup. From the system perspective, we have input, we have the system in the middle, and we create or we build the output. So the more we put more good input, and then the system we create more better output, and then we use that output to feed add the new input to the system again. That is the infinite loop of improvement. So we will be better and better over time. And this concept, I think, is one of the most important concept or idea or advantage that not many people know, just only few people know, because we think, oh, startup is far from me myself, is very far, is something that only for the few talent, very smart people in Silicon Valley, in US, or in some top tier company. But when we consider it deeply and profoundly, actually it's not. Actually it is for everyone. But if we are at the level 1, we cannot access to that level of thinking, that level of idea, that level of concept for sure. But if we can access to the level 2, we have enough conscious focus, and we can choose better thinking, better idea, better concept, and we can convert that to the action by taking the minimum necessary action, so we can create the small output, and we can use that small output as the feedback data, and then we can feed it into the system as the new output. And that is the way that we can improve our output and even can improve our system either. And I think this we can consider is the meaning of being born as the human, because now AI improve very fast by this idea, by this concept, by this recursive loop. And so AI can do most of the thinking work or the cognitive work of human now. And if human we don't have the right meaning why we exist, because AI can do everything that human can do, why human exist is no point, and it doesn't make sense. And if we cannot find the answer, find the meaning in this situation, I think most of human will be disencouraged. We will be more depressed and we will give up very easily most of the time. Wow, okay. It seems God may have some signal for us. Okay, so I think this is the most important thing, and it is something that we can prove all the time, and we can take the small action, small, very small, necessary action all the time to prove this. And it is not only to create the clip, to get view, to go viral, but it is kind of building our life by building our craft. It doesn't matter that craft will be the YouTube video, it will be cooking, it will be anything that we would like to do in our life that is can pull or bring out the best inside ourselves, to pull our hidden potential and put it out or release it out to outside, to the world. Not for the click, not for the like, not for the view, but pretty much for really for ourselves, just to create the meaning, because the meaning is not automatically happen to anyone or to everyone, but meaning actually being created by our small action. So the small action are matter. If we don't have that small action, it seems nothing matter, right? And it seems it is no point for us to exist, because AI can do most of everything better than human. So I think this video in this evening may be helpful or useful a little bit for few of you or some of you that may be thinking about this matter, maybe figuring out about this matter to finding your answer, finding your place, finding your position, finding your space in this planet Earth. And if it can be useful, that a little bit. If it can be helpful, that a little bit. I think mostly this video will achieve its purpose or its meaning already. So that's all for this evening. See you later. Bye.